Okay. Well, thank you for joining with me on this morning webinar. And today's topic is about managing your business with CLM features. I will cover a brief background about CLM, current features, and how we use management tools such as CLM to assist in the planning and management of a practice or a business, our development roadmap, and of course the live demo. After the launch of GovReports in June 2011, with the overwhelming support from the bookkeepers communities and continuous feedback and suggestions, we had consultations with the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers to co-design and release in 2013 the Client Enlargement Manager, or short as CLM, for bookkeepers to effectively manage their business staff, clients, and regulatory reporting process in the business or on behalf of their clients. The feedback and changes we made along the way post the launch, after much analysis, we realized it would be difficult for us to continue with the concept of a single design to suit everyone. Similarly to that of GovReports, we decided to change our development concept and design to enable users to customize and select services they require when they want as much as possible. However, for now, some features have been implemented, but much of the work still needs to be carried out in the next couple of months. For now, let me walk you through the current features. Like any business, even in our own personal affairs, everyone operates differently, and the more organized we are, the more efficient we become, and of course, higher productivity, which then leads to more rewarding and expected outcomes. Management tools such as CLM are there to assist us with easy visuals of the set out goals, objective, plan, and overseeing the business from the macro level, so you can plan and map out the steps or the work to be done to achieve or reach the goals set out. And of course, everyone will have different objectives or ways of doing things or run their business. One thing in common is that we want high rewards for what we do in the most efficient way. Regardless of the number of staff you have or services you provide in your business, you can incorporate the operations and management of your business plan into CLM to help you achieve the outcome you desire. So how do we incorporate CLM into your business operations? First, we look at the business position to manage and protect the current cash flow more cost effectively by determining the number of clients we have, the services we provide to them, and how often we provide these services. By that, we mean working out what are the work we do for these clients on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Then we create the job template for each of these jobs that you do on a regular basis and apply the appropriate job templates to each of the clients. If we have staff, then we assign the jobs or clients to the staff member, then add to the calendar. Once we have added the jobs to all the repetitive work we do for the clients onto the calendar, it's no surprise we can see clearly our current business position, the fixed time we have committed to manage our current clients' work, and add spare time for irregular activities like marketing, social media, ongoing education, or simply family time. Let us give an example here. Let's say that I'm a brand new sole trader or bookkeeper, and I have 5 clients. One client on Zero with the monthly IS, PAYG payment summaries, one client on QuickBooks, quarterly BAS, and one client on NYLB with taxable payment annual report and the IAS, and 2 clients without software, but they do a large quarterly BAS. Which means I have 14 lodgements for the Zero client, 5 lodgements for the QuickBooks client, and 14 lodgements for the NYLB client, and 10 lodgements for the 2 clients that do not use software. Together, I have to add to my CLM calendar 43 deadlines or jobs that I have to do to maintain the business of these 5 clients. I can create job templates for the common jobs such as monthly IAS, the quarterly BAS, the PAYG annual summary, PayPal for my business, each with a checklist and tasks I consider relevant for the client based on my experience on dealing with the client. So it's basically each one of us, like I said, it might be a different way of doing things or depending on the clients that you have. So that if my business grows and I employ people later on, I can assign the jobs using the template that I set out to them. I can adjust the template with the process in place for new and similar clients' requirements. Then it's easier to just add to calendar and oversees my business or work required for my client. With management tools such as CLM, it's about planning your work and work your plan. And depending on your business objectives, it's either you at the growth phase or trying to spend more time with the family. When you have a plan in place, it's easy to see where and how you should spend more time, how you spend more time. CLM has default templates for all the GovReports generated reporting forms with checklists that you can use. However, you can set up your own custom job templates with checklists and add as many associated tasks to suit your requirements. And of course, for other non-regulatory reporting jobs or projects that you do not associate with reporting, you do in your business, such as marketing or social media or education or whatever that is, you can also create custom job templates for those as well. Features and services within CLM application are there to give you access to and better ways of managing your business, including ABN lookup, reminder, calendar, time and billing. And as mentioned, we are currently working on restructuring of CLM. For those existing users, it's very easy for you to soon notice the changes that we make along the way, and anything that you enter, certainly it does. We do not, it do not go disappearing. It's anything that you have entered will be there somewhere, and just like I said, because of the feedback that you have given to us along the way, we'll be implementing those feedback and those services into GovReports, into CLM in the next couple of months. With the current features, you can manage and track all the accounting and tax clients' database and their compliance reporting obligation with inbuilt work in progress and multiple access points to create jobs and attach checklists, assign tasks, or track the progress. CLM is an additional and optional service. It is included in ICB package, and for those that are non-ICB members, it's $199 plus GST per year for GovReports existing users. So if you got in your account, in your GovReports account, you've got 5 users, that means 5 users can access to your CLM when you register. So let me now go through the quick setup, and work through the features within GovReports on the CLM. We are doing this demo now for the features that we have in GovReports, integrated with GovReports, but certainly, like I said, along the way, there will be, in the next few months, there will be changes along the way, like to make the workflow better and better access, and of course, more features and services that, relevant to you. Okay, so when you log into GovReports, there are 3 ways that you can get access to CLM. From the dashboard, you can see the jobs that you have outstanding, the jobs that you have to do today, the overdue jobs, and the upcoming jobs that you have initially set up. Let me just move that to the front so that's easier for us to see. Okay, so as this is a testing account, So unfortunately, there won't be a lot of jobs or outstanding work that I have done, but I've created some jobs here that you can see. Certainly from the dashboard, you can see the jobs that you have to do today, and the overdue jobs or the upcoming jobs based on what you have initially entered. Now this is, I'm assuming that most of you here are existing users of GovReports and existing users of CLM. So from here you can basically you can go into the jobs that you have set up or outstanding that you have today. Click more. So in edit the job or update the status. So you can edit the job status by clicking edit directly from CLM. So it's update. You can go in, update the status, or changes to make changes to the job, which is today, and that's due later on today. So, and who the task has been allocated to. You can click on that. In this case, I think I enter. Okay, I selected the wrong job. Give me one moment. You can go into the job, details of the job, or into the right one. Edit the job, add the task, and see the task, edit the task, who's managing the, who's doing the task that you have allocated to, and if it has not been started, the task has not been started, you can go in and update the status, remove or make changes to it as it fits your requirements. So this is basically from the dashboard. But for you to add a job to a client, you can also go to the client or from the save reports. From the client, so assuming that we're working on this client, so when you click on the client that you want to work on, you can see the job, the work in progress for this client. Whether it's today's job for this client or the upcoming jobs or the or more or less what you have in from the dashboard. But you can also see the current forms, which are the drafted activity statements or the drafted reports that you have on the client profile. So, of course, if you've got anything that's outstanding in terms of outstanding reports, it will also be listed here as well as an outstanding. Unfortunately, this is a testing account, and the ABN is not real, and of course, I don't have anything outstanding. So, even though it's a testing account, but we can't show you in details. But for your account, your production account, it certainly would show incorporate that into this part. So, if you for example, if this activity is outstanding report here, if you want to continue to work on that, you can go straight into it by click prepare, and it will basically open up the activity statements that you have set up, the activity statements that you can work on. I won't start the activity statements from here. So basically, when it comes to here, you can either list the activity statements, draft it, save it, and then assign the jobs to someone or basically to follow up. But for now, let me walk through basically where you can also get access. That's it. The current forms are the draft activity statements that you have for this client already. And you cannot then click on it and to edit and to open or to assign the jobs to the client. That's on the work in progress. Certainly, if you have created, you can create a job from the client's profile. Simply go into the Action tab, Create Job. From here, you can select you can select the default job template. Or if it's an existing job, you can basically add it to an existing job. If you want to create a job template, you can also do it from here. custom job template, I think at the moment, based on our development team information, it will be added sometime next week. So if you've got custom job templates custom job templates, you can, well, if you want to create a custom job template from here, I believe it's next week or the week after that we will be adding in. Like I said, we will be making a lot of changes along the way in the next couple of months, and one by one you will see the changes it's coming through. So let's just say that we're going to create a job from this client. You can assign it to the users that you want to work to that is looking at managing this client. Priority, when's the deadline? Medium, the deadline is, so let's just say 26. Billing method, let's just say per hour, an hour. You can then also assign to, if you've got multiple staff working on this account or this client, then you can also add that person on. Create the task, because I don't think, and you can add the task as you want, like whether it's you can add the task as much as you want. You can create as many tasks as you want and assign that to, at the moment, the assigning tasks, if multiple staff member working on the same client, later on the additional allocation of two staff member of the task will be added here. I think it's the next couple of weeks that we make, like I said, we make changes, and of course you can put in the descriptions of what you, more description onto it. And you can make changes to it as you go along. This is basically from the client profile, so once you've done that, you can save it. And of course, now I'm going to try to enter in, go into GovReports as a secondary user as well, and then basically show you what it looks like, because they will see, this is the principal account, so they will see everyone's job, everyone's work on directly from their screen, and will be able to approve when when the secondary staff submit that they have completed the task, so that the main account holder can then raise an invoice or something, or basically approve the task that has been done already, or review that. So once you basically created the job, which we just added just earlier. Once you create a job, then you can, it will be updated on the client and change. So once you've done that, that the job has been created. You can also, from the clients, you can also . once the job has been done, you can then go into and create the invoice, raise the invoice, enter the timesheet, or raise the invoice from once the timesheet has been entered, you can raise the invoice. So from here, basically, you can see that the jobs have been entered. Go in, edit it. The task has been completed, and of course the timesheet has been processed. Then we can raise the invoice. Once the timesheet has been approved and the invoice has been sent out to clients, unfortunately you cannot go back and amend the timesheet. Only when you enter the timesheet, certainly if it has not been processed, it's still being it has not been processed by that I mean sending out a tax invoice. Then you can go in and amend the timesheet. But once the tax invoice has been sent, certainly you can't go back and change. We had a few inquiries that people want to change that. Unfortunately, it's just the workflow. It's just the work process. It doesn't make sense for us. But we are analysing that and see if that can be changed later on. I mean, you know, that's you can customise that to yourself, but we don't do. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to us at this stage. The tax invoice, you can once the tax invoice has been created and sent to your client, you can write it off, you can print it, you can delete the invoice directly from here. Just basically simply go in and make the change. As I said, if you want to make a comment on that, like I said, if there was a dispute with your clients regarding the amount of time that you have entered or whatever, that's basically you can amend it from the tax invoice, not from the timesheet. So this is from the client profile. You can also get access to CLM from your users. You can go in and see. You can assign the jobs to the users directly from my users. Go in and edit the job, and assign to the right person. If you want to change that along the way. And of course, another access point is basically going in from the Save Reports as an existing job. You can go in because this job has been completed. You can then enter the timesheet and generate a tax invoice after the timesheet has been entered or approved. And as this is the main account holder, so unfortunately it will be shown as like you can see all the details. Okay, so this is basically the access points from GovReports. Normally, I would say that if you you can't at the moment. A lot of the process when you're accessing GovReports CLM from GovReports, you still need to work in conjunction with the CLM set up initially when you started using. So the first thing is to set up the custom template. So when you start a CLM, you need to when you start a CLM, you need to log in and create. Basically set up your business as we mentioned earlier, enter decide which job, create the job templates that you want to use. From there you can add, you can create all the job templates, whether, like I said, or for all the regular activities that you do or the jobs that you do. Simply click new jobs. And create the job template that you want to, the job template for the work, the jobs that you do. Once you've done that, go to the template. Create a new job template. Enter the job name and fill out basically the details for each one of them. So it might mean that you can set up, the March quarter, the June quarter, the September quarter, and December quarter, of course, and the IAS for each one of them for each of the month, so that if you've got a lot of clients, it makes sense that you have the name, these appropriate name, and set up the job templates at the beginning of the year, so that you can plan out your work throughout the year. So it depends on your business or how many clients that you manage and the number of the jobs that you do for these clients. Once you've created the job, you then can also add the task and all the schedules, the checklist, and of course reminders. Set up the reminders so that when your staff or when you do the work, you can then see clearly where when you need to do each of the jobs by, and to meet the deadlines, and of course recurring, and then you can rename the jobs accordingly. This is basically, like I said, this is basically the CLM dashboard. With the dashboard, My Desk is, when you click on My Desk, you can go back to today's job, and you can see all the what you have on for the today's job. And of course, if you need to add in more activities onto your to-do list today, you can go to the calendar on the date that you want the date that you want to do certain things, and you can simply add in the events. You can put in the events, or you call it as an event. It's not a regular job. This is for irregular activities. And of course, any reminders will be in the brownish color, and it has to be done from the jobs that you have created. Messages at the moment, it will be sending from any messages that you send from CLM. It will be from GovReports at this point in time, but it will soon be changes, like in GovReports and in digital signature. It will be sent in from your customized or your nominated emails, possibly in the next month or so, that we will be releasing these features. Of course, you can tag the clients or tag the jobs along, depending on your the clients that you work on. And of course, you have access to the utilities, which is basically the checklist. At this point in time, we only have the vast preparation checklist, and this is from the ICB. We'll be adding more checklists shortly, along the way, and for you to choose from. But certainly, this is not, this is basically facilities that you can get access to. ABN lookup is everywhere throughout GovReports. That's basically, you can go and you can put in the get access to ABN lookup immediately by entering the ABN name or the client's the name of the business. Or when you add the clients in, GovReports automatically check the ABN when you enter the clients to ensure that the correct details is being entered. So these reports basically, you can prepare the reports based on the staff time and the comments that the job that they do. On your right-hand side, you would have at the moment you've got the timer for the timesheet that you can start the timer. We are looking at integrating with T-sheets in the future, and that's possibly post-June. But for now, our time and billing is the basic version. I can see that a lot of people are interested in the timesheet, the T-sheets, So we'll be integrating with them, like I said, post June. For now, it's basically what we have there. For those that are using the GovReports timesheet, the timer is there. So you basically start the clock, click on the clock when you start the work, and stop the clock when you finish the job, and then go in to create the into my timesheet, create the new timesheet, and enter attached to the job that you just done. Okay. The recent activities and latest news. I don't think that we have. You can see the recent activities of each of your staff members, and including yourself onto it, as well as the latest news. At the moment, like I said, it's only we have very limited, but it's not even live on the latest news, but we will be adding along the way and more updates. So updates, we'll have updates here as well, so that you can see the changes in GovReports and in CLM, so that you can track and see where things are at and what things are affecting you, or you want to know more information. So this basically is, like I said, at the moment we don't have a lot. For those that have been using GovReports CLM, the difference is that we have made changes. We have now integrated some of the features and allows you to access directly from GovReports to make it easy, to make it an easier workflow for you. But certainly in the next couple of months, you will see a lot more changes as we bring in those features into CLM. Yeah, like I said, we possibly will have more updates onto this along the way, but this is, I won't go through the whole complete, by working of in CLM, because there will be changes. But at this point in time, possibly what you would see is that the things that we have in GovReports already, the access and the working of CLM features in GovReports, this is where the major things are. The changes that will, if you make any changes from here, if you make any if you enter the work from here, this is basically more fixated than it is in CLM itself. So the look and feel will change, but in GovReports will not change. And it's, anything that you enter, of course, in CLM or GovReports will not be lost. So if that's a concern for you, that's not going to happen. So let us know if you don't see some of these things. Yes, we are making changes, and I think some of you, I think the last couple of weeks I've noticed that we've removed the sub-tasks and the major tasks, but it's certainly, now we enable that all the tasks to be just multiple tasks that you can enter without having to tenant it. So this is basically the features that we have for now. Any questions that we have so far, or for those of you that have been using CLM? Okay. So it seems like I don't have any questions from anyone at this point in time. If you do have specific questions, you can send an email to us or give us a call. Certainly, we would like to hear your feedback from the features, the new features that we're implementing into GovReports and as well as into CLM. The CLM features in specific, because, like I said, as we will be making changes to CLM in the next couple of months drastically. I would say drastically. So give us feedback if you're currently using the CLM. Give us feedback as much as possible so that we can analyze the process much better. Like I said, at this point in time, the process is that we believe this is a better workflow for you, but we have not heard any feedback from anyone. It has been besides the fact that we've removed the tenanted task and make it as a multiple task simultaneously, I think people were confused at the time, but I think that has been understood quite well and it has been well received. But if it's not working for you or whatever, please let us know. At this, like I said, this is based on the feedback you have given us in the past, but certainly we make the analysis to implement some of the features and a lot of those features into GovReports and into CLM. And yeah, it's until we implement it, I think that's when you realize, we realize whether it's working for everyone or not. Like I said, a lot of these things you can customize it. Will you be able to customize it to your own liking and how you want to work with CLM or with GovReports? It basically it provides the flexibility for you to adjust to your working environment or to the way that you work. What I'll do now is also I'll log into as a secondary user, so I can show you what it looks like from secondary user's point of view. They will only see the jobs or the tasks that they assign to, they have been assigned to, or the clients that they have been assigned to. And of course, once they have done the job, they have to update the status. And okay. This is the second user's account, so when they go in, they can only see the jobs or the tasks that they have been assigned to or they can get access to. So here they can get into that, update the status. Once they have entered the timesheet or entered the okay. Once they have done the work, they can go into enter the timesheet, and it needs to then submit that to the primary users of GovReports or the primary account holder in order to get authorized or once they enter the timesheet, go into the timesheet for approval. Once that has been submitted, it will be updated. It will be updated on the principal account holder. Now you can see the timesheet. I believe this was the client. Hey, it's not the right client. Go into the client. Okay. Yep. So now you can see the timesheet that has been updated on the principal account holder. This person now can view it and approve. Once it has been approved, then you can raise the tax invoice. You can see that the hours that have been entered by the secondary users now has been updated. You can now send the tax invoice and add the details there as accordingly. So that's basically it. Any questions that we have, like I said, we will send you tips and we'll be doing more webinar along the way for the new features that we add. But certainly this is we have a lot of queries about the features that we have just released, the integrated. So hopefully this is working. This is working for you. And like I said, give us the feedback so that we know whether those features that we have already in place are working. The ones that I've noticed is that, like I said, the sub task or the task, it will be there will be functionalities for you to assign to specific users rather than at the moment it's assuming that the main account, the main job. The person that you assign for the job will be responsible. One person responsible, you can't pick the task. But that will be added along the way. So give us about 1 or 2 weeks for those features to be updated. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I've got a question from June. You would invoice from your accounting software, so would we just save them and apply the payment? It's up to you. Like I said, you can use from GovReports. You can work out the time. At this point in time, I agree with you, June. If you've got from your accounting software, you can then create your own invoice from there. But certainly, CLM, you can create use the time and billing from there, the billing or the timing, the timesheet, and apply that into your accounting software to generate tax invoice. I agree with you. I mean, at the moment, we haven't got, when you send out emails to your clients or tax invoice from the GovReports CLM, it doesn't have your logo, which is one of the things that I would prefer to have. So that will be added very shortly. You can upload your logo, and into your business by going to settings and upload your logo onto it so that you can see it on your account. But the tax invoice that you have in GovReports at this point, when you use CLM to generate, it doesn't have it does have your business details, but not your logo, which is one of the things that I would like to have, and of course also your business, your contact details. So that will be added in the coming months or weeks. So watch out for that. And of course, because it's sending from GovReports email, so I agree with you. If you're using your own accounting software to generate the tax invoice, it's up to you how you want to use it. But this is, like CLM is there for you to manage your workflow and your jobs and tasks that you assign to yourself. And so the time and billing is there. If you don't want to use it, you can use your own software. We will also, my understanding is also that the tax invoice, which is the tax invoice at the moment, we will also change the template of what it looks like shortly as well. Whether we can allow you to customize that, that's something that we're analyzing at the moment. So I know each one of you have a different way of presenting it or presenting your tax invoice. We will allow you to customize that. We're analyzing how we can work that. Enable that onto CLM. So we'll come back and let you know. But these updates will let you know along the way. Any other questions? Great. Well, thank you for attending. Like I said, we will update you, and you would see that we will have from the GovReports dashboard. At the moment, we have the news. Soon we have the news and the update, so you can see the changes. We will update the changes. Every time we make the changes to GovReports or CLM, you would have the update box that you can see the changes that we made. But certainly it will not be coming as, if it does not come soon, you possibly will see some changes in the CLM in the next couple of weeks or months. Let us know what you think of it. Like I said, these are the things that we have analyzed and believe that it will make your workflow better. But until you use it and let us know what you, let us know what your experience is like, and we will act accordingly. Thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. It's not a lot, but certainly we want to show you how to get access and what you get access, what you can do with the current features that we have integrated in GovReports and CLM. CLM will make we will make a lot of changes. Whatever that you see right here, this is the reason that I didn't want to spend too much time on here, because there's going to be a lot of changes, and the look and feel of CLM will be changes in the next few weeks to June. Thank you.